That right there, the trick, bro.
Yep.
I'm documenting our ingenious.
So we get some Genrite tub panel armor here. It's all aluminum, so it's a nice piece. I mean, if you look at the fingerprints, it's beautiful. But it does not want to work well with this Smitty-built aftermarket hinge. So I've been grinding this all day, just trying to make a decent looking gap on every side while the door still fits in one way. So fun times.
All right, what we got here, we have Jcr Inner Fenders. And this would be sweet if you had a stock Jeep. Now this goes to this side. Problem is we got coilover towers right here. If you look at this, the coils do not match the stock location, and this logo is right in the way, so it's not like you can cut it out. So what we've done is we're replicating the Jcr panels. We're replicating them, but we're filling in this entire section and not doing the logo. So I've got it drawn out. I've got it set where I'm meeting both creases right in the middle here. That way we can bend each piece just like these are bent, and then we can cut out each individual spot for the coilovers. So that should fit up pretty sweet. We've already got new inner fender pieces on the back end. Lots of room so we can adjust them in and out. And everything should bolt up back to the original locations.
Go.
Come on, baby. Oh, it's perfection. Check it out.
Whew.
So we just gotta slide it. Oh, see, that's why we did that. And then we'll just...
Look at that line right there.
Oh, that's the hottest thing I've ever seen. Sweet. Check out that gap too, that's pretty good. We're professionals.
First
This is
cut.
better than factory fitment. Alright, so.
First cut, no grinding so far.
It's like I know what I'm doing.
What you doing, buddy?
Crying.
Crying?
Crying.
Why?
Because we have significant overlap on my CAD design.
The CAD design cardboard?
Cardboard aided design. We have like 3 inches of gap back there. But we're clearing the shock towers, so that's a bonus. Alright, last part we're going to do is compare the bends on both these pieces. Now I always bend this a little bit further than I have to, just in case. It's easier to jump on it and bring it back down. So that's actually about dead and that's perfect. So that's good, so we'll go to this end. Alright, you see that's a little high. So what we'll do is sit here and jump on that a bit. And now she's dead nuts. And then as for this piece, this one's going to be a weld-on piece because we just can't get this physically into the benders, so that's what we're going to do there. Now we're going to go put her in the Jeep and we're going to be amazed at my fabrication.
Yep.
Alright, so it wasn't recording when we did this side, but basically we got two different colors here. Make sure the timer's still showing. Alright, so this first color is a, I don't know.
I think that's Mango Tango.
Let me see.
It's a Hyundai color.
No, this is Chrysler Tangerine Go Mango. Alright, so that's Chrysler. So when you go to the paint store, they give you these little paint chips. So you could spray your paint on here and see what it looked like with, you know, this is if you have white primer, black primer. We're using a gray epoxy primer. I just so happen to have a epoxy primed jerry can from one of my Jeep projects. So we're going to use this to get a really good view of what the paint actually looks like. So we're just spraying a few different colors. Now my big paint gun needs a rebuild kit, so we're not using that. We're using a little detail gun. You want at least a 1.4 size tip for doing a base coat kind of paint. But you'll see right here. Keep watching the timer. So we're going to do a test here. And see how we're only getting 1.5 to 2 inches. Whereas a big paint gun you'd want at least 4. That way you have a lot of coverage. You keep the entire coat wet so it all dries at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. Make sure it's actually recording.
Yep, give me.
So we're going to go head on, keep the speckles. If you angle it, you'll get too many of the speckles and that metallic in one area. It makes it a lot darker. So I'm feeling the other color just by looking at this. This is alright, so let me turn it in the light. Ugh. See, that's like a lot darker to me. That's more of a burnt.
Yeah, that's a burnt.
But
that metallic is beautiful.
I actually like that. So this is a single stage metallic, which is really hard to paint, but when it does come out, that looks good.
So this is Chrysler Tangerine Pearl on this side. And when we were looking at pictures of samples of that, that was mainly PT Cruiser color. And so now this side is the Chrysler Mango whatever.
It's not doing it for me. That ain't it, Chief.
So we'll keep you updated on what color I'm going to choose. Going for something abrasive. Alright, so
Take 2. Grant, what did we do?
we had some spacing issues with the fenders, hood, and grill. So we slotted out the mounting location here on the frame and notched the grill over a little bit so that the hood and grill would all be even.
So the original hood comes down to here where the fenders would meet. These are Highline fenders, so I cut the hood about 3 inches all the way around, and that's a lot of cut and sand and pray you don't screw it up. So the only thing we gotta do now is we gotta notch it out for the bolts right here, which I can't believe those are in that spot, but so that's how that works. Then we got the inner fenders going here. I copied the Jcr inners, but made them fit for a big coilover. We still gotta do some trimming here, finish welding it, but it's about bolted to the grill back here. All along the top of the fender through here.
Then we got the axle centered and we measured and cut for the track bar, which holds the axle in the same location to the frame, because it's a 3-link. So we've got.
That's what keeps it, the axle and the frame like this.
Centered, but when we were welding in that tapered,
it's kind of like this.
Yeah.
So if you weld one of these in, you're not going to be able to thread this back in. You're going to have to run a tap through it. So and it's left-hand thread, so we got to buy one of them taps.
So we got a special order of tap. We then threw on these Jcr rock sliders. They're really beefy. Serve as a step, and then they get the underbody of the tub. There's only 2 people that really make those, and it's Nemesis and Jcr. I decided to run with Jcr. Then we've got some Genrite tub panel armor that goes around here. But we had to cut that because we wanted to preserve this line, so we cut the Genrite armor to go around here rather than encompass the whole thing. But that's just not posted yet.
Important, matching the armor up through this along the door gap. And he's got the door gap, or this panel gap perfect. So that's sweet. And then we did, this was last time we were here, but we did weld some brackets for the rear, what do you call it, shock reservoirs.
Yep.
So these are made so that they tuck in as far as they can into the frame. That way when the wheel flexes, it's not smashing into these.
Yeah. Now, if you look, in real life, it might seem like this is going to get close, but we imagine top of the tire is going to
And
bottom
2-inch
out.
spaced out too.
Yeah. So we're going to bring this out with a wheel spacer because we've got rubbing issues on the spring as well.
Yes. Measured for roll cage.
And just played around with hinges a lot and
A lot of sanding,
a lot
cutting.
of fitment issues, but
Basically took me a day to do the hood and basically 2 days to do the inner fenders, so. But they look pretty sweet.
building a Jeep 4 hours away takes a little bit.